Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is FinestXI, and in this video I want to do something a little different. Tarkov is a game that is in beta and is constantly changing. Things are constantly being reworked, added, taken away, and Battlestate Games likes to keep us updated in multiple ways, mostly through their Twitter accounts. So what I want to do is do my part in helping you guys by keeping you up to date on what is changing, what has changed, what the latest Tarkov news is. So let's get to it. So forgive me because I am a day late. This change happened yesterday at the time of this video, July 2nd, 2020. And this one I'm really excited about. Whereas the past couple of changes they've made have brought out the pitchforks, this one was kind of like well done. Well done, BSG. The first and my favorite thing, upped global loot spawn chances approximately by 30%. There's loot in Tarkov, as most of you know, I'm sure. So now the chances of finding loot laying around anywhere, just loose spawns in the world, is up 30%. When you're playing Tarkov, it feels good when you go inside of a room and instead of finding a bunch of empty shelving and just some scenery, essentially, you look around and there's loot everywhere. Loot that you can pick and choose from. So much loot throughout the map that you won't be able to actually take it all. And you have to pick and choose which loot you want to carry with you. So the other day, they implemented a trader change and they essentially reduced the amount that traders pay for loot. A lot of people were upset about this. Basically, that means, okay, whenever we vendor things to traders, we get paid less for them. And this is coupled with another change they added where flea market prices were up. For fees for listing things on the flea market, the prices were up. So everyone was thinking, okay, well, why are you guys attacking the more casual player? We can't make as much money as the guys who play this game all day. Now we're being punished even more. We're making less money from selling to traders and selling on flea. Those changes are one thing by themselves, but I think it can be looked at a completely different way when you combine it with this global loot spawn increase. So here's my thoughts on it. They decrease trader prices and up flea market fees. Okay, so our items sell for less. Got it. Well, then they add 30% more loot. Okay, what I think this translates to, what I think they want out of us is they want the player to go into the raid with a backpack and search around and loot everything and pick their way through everything and pick and choose the best loot. Now there's going to be more of it, there's going to be more crap, but there's also going to be more good loot as well. So I think the idea here is to actually go into the raid with a backpack gear, find the loot, find the good loot, pick it up and try and extract with it. The price of loot through traders is down, the amount of loot is up. So in my mind, that's the only logical explanation, is that they want us to go and loot more and pick our way through and get the best stuff out of a raid. Actually play through a full raid, looting everything. Like I said, this change happened yesterday. I spent the whole day playing Tarkov. I played a lot of reserve. Every room I was going into had tons of loot. It wasn't always good. Sometimes it was cheap pistol grip. Sometimes it was cheap, useless rails, whatever. But there was loot everywhere. And that felt really good. And so as I would usually do, I picked up everything. I put everything in my backpack as I found it. And then when I found something better, I would dump the cheaper items out and replace them with better items. And that's kind of how I do most raids anyway. It helps scale you up faster if you didn't know, perception, attention, stuff like that. All the looting skills. It's just a good practice to pick up everything you find and then dump it later when you find something better. So now here we are applying the same practice. There's tons of loot everywhere. I won't ramble on too long about it, but this 30% loot increase feels really good. I recommend getting out there and trying it for yourself. And bring a bag. So the next thing they did was lower the flea market fees by 20%. Over the past couple of weeks, if it's even been that long, flea market prices and fees have been outrageous. They've been almost just not worth it at all to sell on the flea market, and a lot of people stopped selling things on the flea market. Whether this is due to some backlash or maybe there was just some errors in the flea market fees, it's lowered by 20%. It's 20% cheaper to list things on the flea. That is a positive, and it makes selling on the flea more worthwhile. So I am all for it. Next, they changed types of purchased items by traders, rebalanced buying prices. So the TLDR here is that they changed what each trader will buy. I haven't done too much research here, but what I've gathered so far is that it seems like Jaeger will buy more things than he used to and at better prices. Ragman now offers the best prices for wearable items like armor, rigs, and stuff like that, which makes sense, right? Because he was the one who sold it. Mechanic now gives you the best price for ammo, weapons, and weapon attachments. Again, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but this is what I've gathered so far. I encourage you to get out there into the traders and scan through them all and see who gives you the best prices for each item, because it's entirely different now. And it's not just sell to therapist first, then skier, then mechanic. It has changed, so it's no longer like that currently. Another awesome thing they did was they upped skill progression rate by 20%. Anyone who's played Tarkov knows how difficult it can be to level up skills, and so this is just a nice kind of pat on the back. I mean, it's still incredibly difficult to get those skills maxed out. It probably always will be, but 20% faster skill gain, it's nice. You can level up strength faster and let you carry more weight without losing stamina. You can level up endurance faster, which lets you run longer and helps you recover your stamina faster. So skill progression up is a plus. It's good for everyone. Okay, and the one other thing I want to share with you guys is this tweet from BSG. It reads as follows: banned 400 plus RMT, which stands for real money traders, sellers, and numerous amount of their buyers permanently. We know what they do and how they do it. If you use RMT services, you will be banned too. The TLDR here is RMTs, real money traders. They sell you rubles for real life money. It's a rampant problem right now. It's probably worse than it's ever been. And BSG just unleashed a huge ban wave for a lot of the buyers and sellers. So all I really have to say about this is, guys, do not use RMTs. It's not worth it. You will get banned. If you guys are struggling to make money, there are so many YouTube guides that can help you do that. Forget mine. There are tons and tons of content creators that make really good guides, and with enough time and practice and effort, you will be a Tarkov Chad. I promise you. Please don't use RMT services. And so as far as Tarkov news goes, that is all we have for yesterday. I'm sure very soon more news is going to pop up, and I will do better next time at trying to put out a video on it the day of. I hope this is somewhat enjoyable for you guys, maybe somewhat helpful, informative. I'm going to try and get better at this style of video. We'll still be doing all of our info guides and our raid highlights too, but I wanted to add some of this in the mix because there's just so much that seems to happen within the BSG Tarkov community that people just don't know about. So I'm just going to do my part in trying to help educate and keep people up to date. Guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, I do stream on Twitch as well. If you guys want to come yell at me live or ask any questions, I'm always down to help you guys out. All my links can be found in the description below. That's it for now. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.